What's going on, guys? Jordan here, coming back at you again with another episode of Beer Reviews. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a revisit, but this is a revisit of something that I've had aging, or cellaring, if you will, in my closet for the past year. I've done a review of this, and I've also done a revisit of it. It's the Winter Grind Coffee Stout by Mothers Brewing Company. This is a local brewery here in Missouri. This is coming in at 6% ABV. And I had one of these left over a little over a year ago, and I decided I'm going to see what happens if I put it in my closet, leave it there for a year, re-chill it, and then taste it again and see if any flavors improved, or hopefully this isn't the case, but got worse. So, like I said, 6% ABV, aged for 1 year in my closet. So, we're going to see what we got here. Now, I am a little bit on edge, if you will. It's, I've never done this before, so I'm not sure what I'm expecting. I remember the last time that I tried this, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It is a coffee stout, and it is exactly what it says it is. It is very, very heavy on the coffee, and I'm not sure if I particularly liked this version of a coffee stout all that much. So, it's been aged for a year. Let's see if it's gotten any better. I'm going to go for the nose right now out of the bottle. Strangely enough, I think I'm getting a little bit of alcohol notes. Coffee. Yeah, mostly coffee, maybe a little hint of chocolate in there or something. Dark roasted malts. Okay, I think that alcohol was just in the initial sniff because I don't smell it now. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get it into the glass. And this did have some sediment in it. So I'm just going to stir that around a little bit, swish it, and see what we got. Look at that foam. All right. I can smell it without even putting my nose to the glass. Yeah, you definitely get the coffee. There's a sweetness to it. Roasted malt. And I think I am getting a little bit of alcohol. But that's what it looks like. Got about 3-finger head on that. And you cannot see light through that. It is black as night. Even holding it up to my lamp, I can't even see light through it. I have a white screen on my computer right now just to give a little bit better light like I normally do in my reviews. And I'm holding that thing up and I am not seeing anything. It is black. But when I held the my phone's flashlight under the bottle, I could see that there was sediment down in it. So it's just yeast, I'm assuming. Not anything bad or anything. Beer doesn't really go bad in the sense that it would make you sick or anything, or it would be like spoiled. It just can degrade over time, or in some cases get better. And that's actually what I'm hoping happens tonight. So let's go ahead and dive in. 1 year aged. I can't believe it's already been a year. That's kind of crazy to think about. But like I said, I decided to do this because I was curious to see how it would turn out. So that's where we are now. So cheers, the Winter Grind Coffee Stout by Mothers Brewing Company here in Missouri. I believe they are actually out of like the Springfield area. Don't quote me on that, but I think I remember them being from around like Springfield over there. More western Missouri. So cheers. I swear I'm not stalling. Cheers. Let's dive in. Winter Grind Coffee Stout. 1 year. Aged. Cheers. You know, if it did anything to it, it gave it more of a subtleness on the sweet end. It was really, really sweet before. You taste the coffee, you taste the bitterness of the coffee and the roasted malts, but it's not so sweet like it was before, just fresh. I'm going to go back in. Wow. And I don't remember the rating that I gave it. I probably should have went and looked at that before I started this. It has a nice flavor to it. It's creamy, it's silky, it's smooth. You don't really get the alcohol if you do it, just a little bit on the back end. You get a lot of coffee, though. It is very coffee forward. It is a coffee stout, so I mean, what else are you expecting? But before, it had a syrupy sweetness to it that I really wasn't down for with the coffee. It was like if you put too much sugar in your coffee. Like if you guys drink coffee and you put sugar in it. It was like if you put too much sugar, and that's kind of what it tasted like. Now that sweetness has kind of fallen off, and it's has more of a dry finish. So I think it actually did improve it. Like, it doesn't taste, like I said, as sweet as it used to. And I like that. Yeah, that's a much better tasting coffee stout. That's what I would actually expect if I was going to have a coffee stout, to be honest with you. I feel like it would taste like that. Yeah, I think it was worth it. I actually want to do more cellaring, but I want to do some really nice imperial, dark, higher ABV stouts to see if they improve or whatever. I understand that this is probably not a #1 choice for aging or anything like that. It was just an experiment that I wanted to try, and I'm glad that I did it because it actually turned out really good. It actually improved it, and that I was actually hesitant. I was actually supposed to do this review last week, but I went ahead and did the experiment episodes instead because I was kind of apprehensive to do this. But it turned out really good. And the sediment, you don't really worry about the sediment and stuff like that. I didn't even notice it. It's very smooth, great tasting. But as far as a rating, like I said, I don't remember what I gave it in the beginning. I'm sure it was in the 7 or 8s. But I'm going to bump that up probably to about... Now, it's not something that I would want to drink a lot of. If I'm drinking a stout, I like milk stouts, and obviously my favorite stout of all time is Guinness. Nothing will ever beat that for me. Guinness is my favorite of all time. It's a lighter stout, obviously, at only 4.1 or 4.2. I don't know. They've kind of changed it over the last couple of years. Sometimes it's 4.1 in some areas, and then it's 4.2 in some others. I remember getting a can like last year, and it said 4.1 when I remember it being 4.2. So it kind of gets in kind of like a gray area there, but... I'm going to hit this with an 8.9 out of 10. I think it's very tasty. And I would drink this again if, I had another one that was aged and I wanted a coffee stout. It's really good. And it's got a nice aftertaste to it as well. And medium body, it's not too heavy. It's a very, very tasty beer. So that's my first experience with cellaring a beer in my closet. So yeah, 8.9 out of 10 from me here at Beer Reviews. If you guys enjoyed watching this, be sure to hit me with a thumbs up. And if you guys have any suggestions on anything you would like me to try in the future, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try to find it and give it a review. As always, until next time, cheers, and thanks for watching.